Do you think that Rabbi Kook dreamed about the future of Tel Aviv when, back in the days, 120 years ago?
I think that a Hebrew visionary invariably thinks about the future, and I think without a doubt he did. I don't think that he was able to visualize what has really happened. I think that he'd be astounded, like anyone would be astounded, what has been achieved and what the redemption looks like.
But what's the big deal?
Well, somehow or other, not in the way that we imagined, mankind and womankind have reached a pinnacle of that their imaginations thought was the sum total of their wildest imaginations. So they've really
Look at this picture. In those times, what would they dream of the future?
The entropy, the energy, the signature of these people pictured here had an effect on the entire population. How do we know this? Well, we know that, look at Tel Aviv 2 generations later, 3 generations later. Look at Israel several generations. Look at the leap and bound that it has made. As it happens, this settlement was really a unique and synergetic marriage between ideology and layers of ideology with tools, with work, with agriculture, with a connection to the land, with physical expression of esoteric or algorithmic ideas or abstract ideas, but they were applied. And as Zionism and the state building was the applied side of Judaism, and the necessity as engineering is the application of physics or design. So
What do you see in this picture?
Well, I see the design.
See, there's another building starting to go up here.
City design.
Towards the sky.
City design. And you can call it Messiah's town planners. How will the ideal city look? How will it sustain? Will buildings sustain themselves through sunlight? Will they photosynthesize? Will there be optoelectric underground cables? Will there be quantum cables or satellite? The planning, the visionary planning for an incredible future using technology, but also using what we know has been our heritage and which has worked, and that is our intellectual heritage. Our intellectual heritage, the heritage of the people that settled here, that envisaged what the place would look like, the bankers, the Rothschilds that funded, they brought their money from Europe and funded the agricultural and the restoration projects in the country, the incredible waves of pioneers that came from destitution to hope, and they had their imaginations were wild enough to think that they could live, they could succeed in their own times, and they did. They exceeded in their own times, and they exceeded over passing generations. It's really exceeded expectation. That is no small chance in light of so much failure and failed states and poverty around the world. That is it can be attributed to the structures, the intellectual, the imaginative structures of the individuals, their relationship between spirit and inspiration, and the search for practicality. This quest generates incredible wealth of opportunity, and let's keep on exploring that in future sessions.